Okay, so tonight we're going to talk about the division properties of exponents. Go ahead and make sure you get your date and page number, learning target, and title, and then you add it all in your table of contents. The first rule we're going to talk about today is the quotient of powers rule. Quotient means divide. I'm going to divide two powers. And this only works if they have the same base. You're going to subtract the exponents and divide. I need to add that in there. Divide coefficients. Okay, so make sure you get this stuff down too. Alright, so when we look at example 1, we're going to simplify the following. And the rule is to divide the coefficients. So I'm going to divide 6 divided by 2. These are my coefficients. And that gives me 3. And I've got the same base, so x, and subtract the exponents, and I get 6. So that's my answer the quick way using the rules. But again, just like before, if you can't memorize the rules, another option is to write it out. So instead of writing out 6x to the 9th, I can write it out longhand. 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then on the bottom, it was 2x to the 3rd. So 2 and then 3 x's. Okay, and then if you look, 6 divided by 2 is 3. And then these 3 cancel, and I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 x's being multiplied to itself, which is x to the 6th. So you get the same answer. This is just a lot longer, especially if you have big numbers as your exponents. Same concept in example 2, using the shortcut only. I have 3 x's on top, 1 on the bottom. If I subtract my exponents, then I've got an x to the 2nd. 5 y's on top, 2 on the bottom. Subtract my exponents, and I've got 3 left. The next rule is the power of a quotient. So I'm taking this entire quotient to the power, which basically is the same thing as power to a power. You take everything inside here to the m power. That's all that means. So for example, in example 3, I'm taking everything in here to the 4th power. Everything in the numerator and everything in the denominator. So my answer is actually this. And because they don't have the same basis, I can't subtract my exponents. So longhand, if I wrote this out, I would be writing x over y times itself 4 times. And x times x times x times x is x to the 4th. And y times y times y times y is y to the 4th. You get the same answer, it just takes longer. So that's your benefit to memorizing the rules. Same thing here. Take everything in here to the 2nd power. So 2 to the 2nd power is 4. This we multiply our exponents. Remember, y squared to the squared is y to the 4th because you multiply those exponents. 3 to the 2nd power is 3 times 3, which is 9. Z to the 3rd power squared would be multiplying those exponents, and I would get z to the 6th. And if I could reduce this fraction or subtract my exponents because I had the same base, then I would, but I don't. So that's my final answer, and I am finished with division rules.